Welcome to DT tutorial. In this video, we'll be analyzing this question. Solve the equation 5m squared is equal to 10m. So the equation is 5m squared is equal to 10m. So the first thing I want to do is to equate this equation to 0. And by equating this equation to 0, what I will do is to take this 10m to the other side of the equation, and that will become minus 10m. So by equating the equation to 0, I will have 5m squared. If I take this 10m to this side of the equation, it will become minus 10m. So that will be minus 10m is equal to 0. So with this, I have equated my equation to 0. So the next thing I will do is to factorize this expression. So I have 5m squared minus 10m, open bracket, bracket close, is equal to 0. So like I said, what I would do is to factorize this expression. So by looking at these two terms, 5m squared and minus 10m, what is common between these two numbers? So the number that is common between these two numbers or these two expressions is 5m. So I will come here, write 5m, open a bracket. What will be left here is m, and what will be left here is minus 2. So 5m times m will give me 5m squared, and 5m minus 2m will give me minus 10m. So everything equal to 0. So having done this, I can now write that 5m, which is this 5m, is equal to the 0, is equal to 0, or m minus 2 is equal to 0. So 5m is equal to 0. My m now will now be equal to 0 all over 5, and 0 divided by 5 will give you 0, or m, when this minus 2 goes to the other side of the equation, becomes plus 2. So m is equal to 0 plus 2. So m is equal to 0 divided by 5 is equal to 0, or m is equal to 0 plus 2 will give you 2. So this is my answer to this question. M is equal to 0 or 2. This is the answer. The next question that I have here is a JAM question, and it's from the year 1999. It is the 22nd question of this exam, and the question is: find the positive number n such that thrice its square is equal to 12 times the number. So looking at these critically, find the positive number n. So the number is n such that thrice its square, that is 3 times its square, is equal to 12 times the number. So this is a mathematical representation of what we have here. So having written this down, the next thing is to equate the equation to 0 as usual. So this will be 3n squared. When you take this 12n to the other side of the equation, it becomes minus 12n. So this is minus 12n is equal to 0. So with this, I've equated the equation to 0. So the next thing is to factorize this expression. So I have here 3n squared minus 12n, open bracket, bracket close, is equal to 12. Is equal to 0, sorry. Is equal to 0. So I'll look at it. When looking at these two numbers, what is common here? I have 3n squared minus 12n. So the common term between these two expressions is 3n. I'll open a bracket. Here will remain n, minus here will remain 4, equal to 0. So 3n times n will give you 3n squared, and 3n minus 4n will give me 12n. So and everything equal to 0. So the expression now will now be 3n, which is this 3n, is equal to 0, is equal to this 0, or n minus 4 is equal to 0. So with this, my n will be equal to 0 divided by 3, or my n will be equal to, when this minus 4 goes to the other side of the equation, it becomes plus 4, 0 plus 4, and 0 plus 4 will give me 4. So 0 divided by 3 will give me 0. So my n will be equal to 0 divided by 3 will give me 0, or my n is equal to 4. So this is my answer. So the question is, find the positive number n. So the positive number of n is 4. So my answer here, my correct answer here is option D.